Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Terry with Gateway to Counseling. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm a little out of breath. It's Monday, and Mondays are always hard for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's like 10 million and one things that need to be done on Monday morning, and I actually get up early to start getting things done. Good morning, Sandy. So, welcome to the show, guys. Today we have a question that actually just came from me. um, because of some of the experiences I had over the weekend. So, as you know, we come live to you here Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8:15 to 8:30. And then we rebroadcast in our group, right? If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Hey, Sandy. But I wanted to talk about, are people just getting lazy? Lazy. Um, and that is, to me, really related to a person's mindset, right? And related to how a person approaches life and the results that they get in life. So let me tell you about a couple of my experiences over the weekend. I first of all called Comcast, Infinity, Xfinity, whoever they are, and said, hey, my bill is really, really high. And I'm like, I don't need this service. I don't need cable. I don't need Showtime, HBO. I don't need all of that, right? I just want really good internet, and I need a sports channel, right? Well, lo and behold, they reduced my bill by a little bit, but that was all, right? So they said you need to bring your modem in. So I thought, well, I'll just bring my modem to exchange it, and I'll pay my bill at the same time. I wrote my little check, had my little slip, and walked in there and said, hey, I need to get a new modem and I need to pay my bill. And the guy says, oh, well, just walk over there. And I said, oh, am I going to another counter? He said, no, you're going to that machine over there. Excuse me? Why? Why am I going to a machine and learning how to work your machine and get frustrated with trying to learn how to work your machine when you're standing right here in front of me? He said, well, you just have to use the machine. I said, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll just mail it in, but thanks for the great customer service. And he said, oh, well, I'll take it. So he did. And he took care of it for me. And I was sitting there thinking, and my granddaughter was with me, and I thought, this is crazy. I'm walking into your establishment to pay a bill for you, and you're telling me, no, go and do it yourself. What is going on in our country that we don't want to give people customer service? I go to Bank of America a lot. I have multiple accounts at Bank of America. I have multiple business credit cards at Bank of America. I'm in Bank of America at least once or twice a week. And I have learned now to go at certain times. As you guys might realize, Bank of America no longer has drive-through. Don't ask me why they did that, but they completely cut out their drive-throughs here in the Houston and surrounding area. I was told that they have drive-through in other areas, but here no longer drive-through. So everyone has to physically get out of their car. And there's usually someone standing at the door saying, hey, welcome to Bank of America. What do you need today? And I say, well, I need to go and make a withdrawal, or I need to do this, or I need to make a payment. And they're like, well, you can go to the machine. Why? And every time I see a person go to the machine, they need help. They need someone to come and tell them what to do, what's going on. I don't trust those machines, to be quite honest with you. Even though they're located inside the bank, outside the bank, I just don't trust them. Let me keep adjusting my glasses. Sorry guys, I'm being real with you. I'm trying to adjust and get situated. So, and what's worse is that the person behind the counter, there's only one. One. Guys, I'm serious. One. Sometimes maybe two. And the line is long. And I've seen people get so frustrated, they just leave. And what's worse is I'm a commercial person. So I have to go through the same line as a regular person who's just maybe cashing a check. They just need a simple transaction. I've been in line where a commercial person is there and they're depositing all of their single dollar bills, all of their change, all of their 20s, and they have to be in that line for a long time. And you're behind them. So when they get to the counter, they're at that counter for a good 10 minutes sometimes. Don't let a person go in and have to get a cashier's check because they're making a large purchase. Don't let me have to go in like I did the other day. I'm withdrawing money because I moved money from from my rental accounts to my business account, right? And so I'm making a simple withdrawal. It's not a lot of money, guys. I mean, it's not like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, but I'm making withdrawals and we need to call the manager to sign off on this. Why? You're making my people now, they can't make cash deposits anymore. They have to go out and get a money order. It's like, what is going on in our society that people don't want to give good customer service? And are they just getting lazy? I think they are getting lazy. I don't think they want to give good customer service anymore. I think we're so caught up in this society of media access and internet access that we want people to do everything for themselves. I called someone trying to get some customer service over the phone. Guys, I could not get to a live person. I mean, there was no live person. They had a number that you could call, but there was no live person to answer that phone call, even though they had on their website that they were available 24/7. And as a person in business, I think about this. I think about customers who are calling us. And yes, I know that I'm busy, and I know that my office manager can be busy too, but we're going to tell you that we're going to call you back, and leave us a detailed message, and we will call you back, right? And I think people understand it because of the profession that I am, that right now I can't take a phone call, can I? Because I'm on live with you guys. If I'm in a therapy session, which I will be in off and on all day, I can't take a phone call, but I will call you back. It bothers me when people don't want to do their jobs. They want you to do everything for yourself. And maybe I'm just old school, but I think it's just a mind shift of, it's like when you walk into the grocery store and they act like you're not even there and they're having a conversation with each other about personal stuff going on in their lives. I don't want to hear that. I'm standing right here in front of you and I'm not on my cell phone. I'm right here engaged with you, right? But we've become a society where everybody is doing everything for themselves and no longer do we have to interact with each other. I mean, guys, I'm in a facility trying to make a payment, trying to give them money, and they're telling me to go to a machine and handle it myself. Something is wrong. So what do we do about that? I think, first of all, that when we're in a business establishment, we have to get off our cell phones, right? I think that we have to become more engaged with each other. Let me back up. Why is this important? This is important because I was just reading, I just finished the book called The Tipping Point. And one of the things it talks about is isolation and how we are creating a society of isolation. And what he means by that is everyone is just to themselves. And we're not engaging with one another anymore, right? We're not communicating with one another. We're not talking with one another anymore. When I stand in line at Bank of America, everyone is on their cell phones. And I try to make a conscious effort to not be on my cell phone. But yeah, sometimes I am because I'm in that line sometimes, guys, for 30 minutes. I mean, seriously, 30 minutes. And so I figured, well, I'm standing in line. Let me check my emails right quick. Let me respond to, these emails that have come through. Let me respond to this text message. I'm not sitting there on Facebook. I'm not sitting there on social media. I am trying to handle business. But I try to make a conscious effort to not be on my cell phone. I try to interact with the people in line. as we're all complaining. But, I've stopped complaining because there's no point in it. I now have learned the times to go to Bank of America. I'm not telling you because then you're going to be there too. Uh, no, I'm just kidding. Because I'm all over town. And so I go to all these different banks all over town. So I usually go about 10 to about 11:30 in the morning, guys. It's my best time to go, except on Saturdays, right? So, I think we need to disconnect when we're around people and we can be social. I think we need to be social. I think when you walk up to the counter, that you don't need to be on your cell phone. You need to engage with that person just a little bit. I don't want you to have a full conversation and tell them about your dog who just went to the pet hospital last night. No, you don't have to do all that because then you're taking up more time. And there's just one person there. But I do think you have to be conscious and make eye contact with that person. When you go to the grocery store, put your cell phone down, when you're in line. Yes, I use my cell phone sometimes when I'm in the store because I'm looking at recipes and I'm looking up Plant Paradox to see what I can and can't eat, right? Yes, I've lost 11 pounds. Woohoo! But, sometimes I'm looking up information while I'm shopping to make sure that I'm getting the right things, right? But when I'm in line, I want to engage with that person. I want to dialect and communicate with that person. And we're in a society where we don't talk anymore. We don't engage with one another anymore. And Sandy, I thank you so much because you are such a loyal person. And sometimes I'm responding to Sandy's questions when she's texting me. But I thank you because, we don't have those exchanges anymore, do we? And then, guys, something like a death happens. And, I was talking with a friend just the other day. And she said, Terry, it seems like I'm talking to you all the time. But then I realized that I'm not. I'm just seeing everything that's going on with you on Facebook. And I know what she means because I had a friend that I just thought I had spoken to just in the last few months. And I have a lot of close friends, by the way. And so I try to get together with them in groups. But this particular person lives out in Conroe, and he had moved to Conroe, and I'd known him for, oh dear me, over 20 years. And I thought I had spoken to him like maybe a few months ago, and he passed away, guys. And when I saw that on Facebook, I had to learn about it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook that he had passed away, and I thought, dear me, when was the last time I talked to him? When was the last time I talked to Sean? And I said, well, it was just a few months ago, and he didn't tell me he was sick. And then I thought, no, wait. It's been longer than a few months. It had been over a year. And he wasn't sick when I last spoke to him. I know he had struggled with diabetes. I know he had some other struggles. And he and I talk about those kind of things. We talk about our health. And I know he had gotten really healthy about what he was eating and what he was doing with his body. And the last time I spoke to him, he was doing okay. What I do know is that his death was sudden and unexpected, and it crushed me, right? Because I thought, why hadn't I talked to Sean in over a year? I tell you why. Because of this, right? Because I was seeing everything going on in his life, and I thought that I was connecting with him. But in reality, guys, I was not connecting with him. Not really. I mean, yes, I was following what was going on. There was a time last year during Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, it was not doing Thanksgiving. It was doing Lenten season when I made a commitment this past year, 2019, doing the Lenten season, where every day I made a conscious effort to call someone that I had not spoken to in a while. And that was so refreshing, just people that I hadn't spoken to. And people would pick up the phone and go, wow, hey, Terry, what's going on? And, I understand that we're all busy, right? We are. And if I count my close friends, it's going to be a lot. And I didn't get to everybody. I just didn't. Lent is 40 days. I was able to get to 40 plus people. And of course, when you pick up the phone and you call them, you're on the phone sometimes for an hour. I have a friend named Tonya. We talk about every 4 or 5 months, 6 months. And when we talk, we're on the phone for 2 hours, literally 2 hours. She lives in Atlanta. So I understand that sometimes you don't have that amount of time in your schedule to call. But I'm going to challenge you guys today. I'm going to challenge you to at least 3 times a week, just 3 times a week, to pick up the phone and call someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. Okay? I understand that sometimes you guys are going back and forth through text messaging, but try to pick up the phone and actually talk. Okay? That's my timer. I'm out of time. I will see you guys on the other side. I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome, awesome day and an awesome week. Bye-bye.